Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, on from my yesterday's video where we done a video of just one tank in the whole in-game that is currently still in the game, that nobody is playing. Nobody at all is playing. However, today we have gone through a list and we're going to talk about 3 tanks that only one person has played in 90 days. So the 3 tanks that only have one battle, I mean, they're not very special. The tanks are not special at all. So the first one we're going to look at, we're not going to get into any games with 2 of them because, to be fair, I did try. I was just in queue for a very long time. So we're not going to bother with that. But the first tank is actually the Cruiser 1. It is a tier 2 tank. Of course, it is now a collectible tank. And to be fair, it is nothing special. It's okay, but again, we're talking about a tier 2 tank here, so they're not going to be that special at all. So the Cruiser 1 is one of those 3 tanks with only one person playing this tank. The other tank is actually, again, another tier 2. It is the D1. This tank here looks funny, and it's not great. It's okay. This is another one of the tanks that only has one battle in the last 90 days. Now, the other tank on the list is actually a tier 7 tank, goes by the name of the Hafan. Now, this actually shocked me a little bit. This did actually shock me. I was very surprised that this tank only had one person playing it. Now, I know that it's not a popular tank. I mean, no one really plays the tank, but considering it isn't a collectible, it's actually a premium tank, I was actually very, very surprised at this being in that list. But, you know, it's a small tank, it's a cute tank, it's, again, nothing special about the tank. It's okay, it can be fun to play, but yeah, there is nothing too special about the tank. So the armor profile on the tank is actually pretty good for what it is. 120 on your turret and 100 on your hull. So it is a tier 7, you're not really going to bounce too much, maybe the odd bounce if you're lucky against tier 6s. But of course, tier 8s, yeah, don't expect too many bounces in this tank. Now, the DPM is okay at 2,289. That is just a 4.98 second reload. So very short reload time. However, your alpha is quite low. So your penetration is 157 on your AP, 205 on your APCR, 49 on your HE. You have 190 alpha, so you're doing 190 damage around thereabouts every 5 seconds. So not too bad. 160 on your APCR and 250 on your HE. Your aim time is okay at 3.1. However, your gun dispersion isn't that great at 0.335. You do have 7 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 52 kilometers per hour. So we're going to get into a game. Now, luckily we are up against tier 6s, so it is going to be a lot easier than if you come up against tier 8s. Honestly, this tank does kind of suck if you come up against tier 8s. Like, you're not going to get any bounces. You're going to struggle to penetrate them, and it just feels absolutely a useless kind of tank when you come up against tier 8s in this thing. So we're going to get, I mean, we've bounced one shot there. We have been penetrated, so we just want to back up. I know we are spotted, so we do want to be very careful. And as you can see there, we do get another bounce. So you can get bounces when you are top tier in this tank. And I have to say, it's probably one of the cutest tanks in the game. Look at it. It's just so cute. But it's never been a popular tank. Of course, it is like a Valkyrie tank or whatever it is. And they've never really been popular, even when they were first released. Some people bought them, some people didn't, some people never wanted them. Of course, I got the tank because I don't care if it's a fake tank or if it's not a fake tank. At the time, I was a collector, so I just wanted every tank that was going. So this was one of those that I did manage to get hold of. But to be fair, even to this day, even if I want to play tier 7, this isn't a tank that I would choose just to play to have fun. There's plenty of other tier 7s out there in the game to play if you want to have a bit of fun, and this isn't one of them. And yeah, you can play it for a meme if you run maybe 2 of these in a platoon or something like that, but yeah, I wouldn't it wouldn't be one of those tanks where I have to play this tank. I want to win, I have to play this tank. This definitely isn't one of those tanks. So 16 hit points there for the T-43. So it is now, this game, a 4 versus 5. So there's still a lot of work to do, but I have lost quite a lot of hit points that probably I didn't need to lose, to be fair. But we have now done 1,600 damage. So it's one of those tanks where you can't rely on the damage, to be fair. You're not going to get 3k damage every game. Maybe once in a while you may get 1,500 damage, but if you get 2k damage in this thing, then you've done a good job. Like, if you can get 2,000 damage, you've done a decent job in this tank. But if you do any more than that, then you've actually done a really, really good job, because it's very difficult to pick up that damage. It has low alpha, so it is very, very difficult to do a high amount of damage in this tank. But so far, 2,200, I think we've done a pretty solid job. However, I don't really have the hit points, and there is still a Forest Witch on the enemy team. And I've just taken a shot there from the IS to pretty much put me down to a 1-shot, maybe a 2-shot for this IS, because he isn't running the big gun. But I already know this isn't going to be a win. I'm not going to win this game. There's just too many hit points left to deal with. And yeah, I haven't got the hit points to deal with these guys. So the M4 there puts me down, sadly, to a 1-shot. And am I going to manage to get another shot? No, I'm not. So still managed to do over 2,800 damage in this tank. So yeah, very difficult tank to play. Of course, a lot easier if you do come up against tier 6s, of course. But yeah, it's one of those that nobody is playing. It's been around for a very, very long time, but no one is still playing this tank, except for that one person that has played it over the last 3 months. So let me know, are you shocked at any of these tanks in the list? Are you going to be playing them? Do you own them? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.